Okay, so I recently did a video on how to get better in 2v2. Today I'm going to talk about how to get better in 1s, right? Who could have possibly thought that? Now, unlike 2s, 1s is a little bit more tricky to talk about how to get better, because it's more so... I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I'll try my best. I haven't played 1s in like a very long time. Like, I don't really touch 1s anymore. But I can still give a few tips or tricks to people that are lower elo than me about how to get better. Because there's a lot of people in my comments saying that they're gold and stuff and they need help getting to plat. And, you know, I'm sure no matter how bad I get this game, I'll always be able to help people get out of gold. So let's just get straight into it. I'll try and talk a bit in training, then I'll go into experimental and show off a little bit. But main thing is patience. Okay, we'll talk about patience first. Now, when I see lower ranks people playing 1v1s, they're always trying to get follow-ups, instantly trying to just hit automatic combos, when in reality you have to be patient with your attacks, and you have to know if something you're going to throw out, whether it's going to get punished, whether it's going to hit, whether you're just going to miss it. You have to know that, okay? So, Scythe is quite a common weapon in 1s. I'm not going to directly target Scythe in this video, but Scythe is a very common weapon with 1s, and it's also a weapon that people like to just mash attacks on. People just mash their keyboards. But in reality, you want to think about where your opponent is going to go and try and get the best follow-up for your position, right? So if you dare someone offset like that, you could side sig, but it had a very high chance of missing, right? Whereas if you, let's move this guy over here. If you D-sig, which has much less punishment react, what the fuck's the word? It's much less punishable than side sig. It has a much cleaner hitbox. This is just an example, right? This is just what I'm using as examples. What I'm saying is basically, you get someone in a position and find out what the best attack you can possibly do is for you. Okay, not for damage rise, and basically your safety, right? Always prioritize your safety. Don't go for anything risky. Like if you're in this situation, don't start doing stuff like that, okay? You really just want to do simple stuff like this, wait. Something like that, okay? It's less damage, but it puts you in a much less vulnerable situation because you're so much closer to the stage than if you were to do one of these. That's a prime example of always look for the best punish that you can do, or the best follow-up that is best for you. Not best for your opponent, not best for damage. You want it really to be best for your position, okay? Another thing is also there's nothing wrong with going off stage if you know what you're doing. Okay, if you know that you can play off stage and you know that you can count your jumps and you can calculate that if you're all the way down here and you have no jumps, you know that you dodge first, recovery, and then, you know, dodge, Sair, whatever, do whatever option to get back. But there are a lot of people that jump off stage without actually knowing how to properly go off stage. See a lot of people, someone's off stage and just fucking ground pound like this. Like, that is the most punishable thing, because all that needs to happen is someone's ground pounding like that. All it takes is just one unarmed Sair like that, cancel your recovery, and yeah, you're dead, basically. So you don't go anywhere that you're not comfortable, basically. If you're not comfortable off stage, but you want to be comfortable off stage, ranked is not the place to learn off stage, okay? Ranked is not a place to learn new things. It's a place to use what you've already learned and what you already know to get better, basically. Okay, I'll go into some experimental now. I haven't really played much. I really just play 2s these days, but I'll show you what I mean in experimental. Okay, I'll try to show you some examples of what I'm talking about. But another great piece of advice is to be what I call as a punisher. Right, and this isn't the funnest way to play the game. I personally don't like playing the game like this. But if I'm against someone that I know is much better than me, then that is how I play. You basically, what it consists of is, essentially, I'll show you here, waiting for your opponent to attack, and then jumping in to punish him as soon as he attacks. Because that's when your opponent is the most vulnerable, as soon as he's hit that attack. Obviously, you can see this guy is not the best. This is the perfect example. He sees attack now, and I punish. He's dodged there, then I get a dodge read. Simple as that. He's attack now, then I punish. Simple as that, okay? This guy is really not very good at the game, though. So we can just kind of have some fun with him. And another thing is also movement. Obviously, movement being probably the most important thing in the game. It's all well and good you know how to do strings and stuff, but if you don't know how to get your situation to do the strings, so you don't know how to get yourself into combos and stuff, there's no point knowing them, right? Movement is the main thing. Obviously, dash jumping, dashing in general, dodging randomly, not being like fixed to a pattern, if you know what I mean. But yeah, movement's kind of tricky to get better at because you can't just really practice movement. You kind of want to like watch people play that have good movement and try and do what they do. So as you can see now, I'm clearly out-moving him. He doesn't really know what to do. He can't really hit me. He's hit me about 3 times. He's dead. Yep. So you get the dodge read, and that you think that's just knowing combos, but that's knowing I know my movement of where he's going to dodge. Okay, that's another big thing about movement is knowing where your opponent's dodge is going to go. As I know, he's probably going to dodge in here, or he spot the gravity cancel, but it's the same concept. And just like that, he's dead. No, he's not. Doesn't really count, but we'll count it, why not? I mean, as you can see just from the stats, right? This guy got 165 damage. He wants to rematch. I'm not going to, just because the skill gap's too big. But if I didn't know movement there, it would have been a fair fight. The only reason I actually outperformed him, because I'm sure this guy knows how to do combos. I'm sure he knows how to hit 0 to deaths and stuff. But his movement is so far below mine, he just couldn't hit me. And you can call it passive, or whatever. People like to put labels on it. You play passive like that. But at the end of the day, it's how you play. It's how the high level play, especially in ranked ones. Like, two's not the same thing. But in ranked ones, they always are super duper passive. Very, very passive. They don't engage until they're certain that their hit can engage. This guy's diamond, so he's going to be a little bit better. I might be able to show you a bit more on playing against this guy. He's probably going to dodge down. Yeah, he did. And just like that, I also knew that I was too offstage to hit that D-light, so I had to do a gravity cancel. It's just movement. And just like that... Wait, hold on. You can already see this guy's movement is much better. But as you can see, his movement is still nowhere near mine, which is why he's not going to be able to hit me very much. He might get a few strings, because he's playing Scythe, and all it takes is one read, but... You can see I'm punishing everything he's doing, every single attack he's doing. Right here, look, it's not just reading their attacks, it's reading their movement as well. I know he had no choice but to go there. And just like that, he's dead. Same with that recovery. He had no choice to go anywhere else. He couldn't go low, so I knew my recovery was certain to hit him. We're going to dodge up. Dodge down now, I bet. Yeah, he did dodge down. I killed myself. No, I didn't. Going to go up. I know where his dodge is. I get a chase dodge, and bam, he's going to make it back. No, he's not going to make it back. Okay, right. He's got no dodge here, so I know I can hit a little thing. Just a little two-piece combo like that is very important. He's going to dodge in, probably. Wait. Okay, right. But as you can see, the movement is the big difference here. You can see that guy was going for dodge reads, but I knew he was wanting a dodge read, so I had to mix up my pattern with the dodges. Okay, to not let him get that read. And I'll probably stop there, because I'm not, I'm trying to keep this short. I don't really want this video to be longer than 10 minutes, because it kind of makes it unwatchable for some people. But there are a few little tricks in there that I've said, a few things that you want to really master, movement especially, learning the patterns of people's dodges. What else did I say? I said, I can't think of what else I said, but I said something in this video along them lines of improving in ones. So just, yeah, practice it, and if you need any help, you can always come to me in the comments, and I'll reply to anyone, really, as long as they're asking a valid question. So yeah, that is how to improve in 1v1s.